Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at the BRX Do More Simulator MQTT Publish Subscribe. Now, detailed information contained in this video can be found at accautomation.ca. A link has been put in the description below. If you have not watched the other videos yet, there will be links in the description below that will start you at video 1. There will be links to the rest of the videos in this series as well. Now, MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. It's a simple publish and subscribe communication protocol that does not take too many resources. Constrained devices with low bandwidth are ideal for MQTT, and this protocol provides machine-to-machine connectivity, which is ideal for the Internet of Things, or IoT. Now, if we look up on our screen here, like we said, this is a simple subscribe and publish, and what we do is we have clients and we have a broker. Now what happens is the clients all can subscribe to the broker for information, and it will be sent back to the client. The client can then publish information to the broker, and then the broker decides who has subscribed to that information, and then will send out that subscription back to the clients. Now in our case here, what we're going to do is use a HiveMQ as the broker, and it's a free online public broker, and we will use the Do More Simulator as one of the clients, and we will use the HiveMQ client also as a client going back to the broker. So that is our setup that we're going to be using. So that's the first thing. Let's look at our MQTT operation online. And what we have is we have a public MQTT broker, and it's free for everyone to use, and then we have a browser client that we will be using. So our broker is right here, and it's right now it's going to show you incoming message and outgoing messages and incoming messages, and the number of subscriptions and retained messages that we have, or that it has on hand. This here is our MQTT connection strings, our settings, and we have a host, we have a TCP port, which is 1883, which is default, and a WebSocket port 8000. So this will actually give us our communication or connection to our broker that we require. Now let's take a look at our Do More. And the first thing we'll do is take a look. Here we have a program online and it's running. And you will see here that we're in edit mode currently. So let's go into our actual publish. And you can see here that what we're going to do is we are going to publish continuously every 200 milliseconds. And we're going to publish to a topic called PLC /BRX /. And then we're going to publish WX0 and X0. And the payload that we're going to use is WX0 and X0. And what we're going to do is we're not going to say it's retained, which means that when a client connects to your broker, it doesn't grab the latest or the last information. It will wait till a published piece of information comes, then it will deliver that to your client. And then we're going to publish on a change. So we can go back in here and actually call that up, and you can see how we just said common optional topic, and then we specify what we want the actual topic to be and our payload. And we just say whether retained or not retained, and we publish every time, or publish at every interval, or publish at interval only at the change. So let's hit cancel that. So that is our publish. And that's our MQTT client device. Okay. And you'll see here that our client device is actually at MQTT client, and we actually know that device by going into our configuration, and we can do a system configuration here, or we can do the PLC system configuration, and we go to our device, and you'll see here that typically it won't have a new one, but if you hit new device, then we can call up and use an MQTT client. and we give it a device name, which is, I just called it @MQTT client. Our server address came from our online public server, which is broker.hivemq.com, and our protocol, MQTT. Our server port, which is the same one we came from our public client, which is 1883. Session keep alive, we left this all at the default, which is 30 seconds. The quality of service we used as a 0, and our session type was clean. So we'll say OK. And that is our configuration. So once we have that MQTT client all set up, then we use our publish and our subscribe instructions. So our subscribe instruction, and you'll notice here that our publish, back to our publish, once we have those two that we're publishing, WX0 and X0, we have that always on. So this is always being executed. And on success, we have C0 being on. And if we have an error, C1 will be on. Then we have our subscribe. And under subscribe, again, we have our topic prefix, which is PLC /BRX /. And then our subscribe, we're going to subscribe to WY0 and Y0. So we're going to subscribe both to a word and also a bit. So we'll change both of them. So let's go in and take a look. There we go. So there's our payload. So what we're going to do is we're going to subscribe to this WY0. So as the information comes in, and what we're going to do with that information is put it in WY0. So let's say cancel. And then on this one here, our payload will be Y0. So that will go into Y0. That's where we want it to be put. So once we read a value, then we would put it into our payload Y0. So that is our entire program. And you can see again, it's on an always on flag. So this always happens. So as information comes in from the broker, it'll actually take that information and put it in the appropriate WY0 or Y0. And then we have our end statement. So currently right now we are running. So the first thing we'll do is go to our broker. So let's there's our broker here, and then we'll go to our client here. And what we'll do is we will first of all connect. So now we are connected to our HiveMQ broker. We now have to, we will publish a topic. So again, our topic will be PLC /BRX /WY0. And what we want to publish is we will publish 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you'll notice here is, let me call up our simulator, and this is our do more simulator. WY0 is right here, and Y0 will be right over here for this indicating light. So I'm going to just drop that down. So what will happen is, as I publish this into the broker that will distribute this information, and it will actually put it into my simulator here, and we should appear right here. So let's publish that right now, and that's sure enough, that's exactly what happened. You'll see that we published that 1, 2, 3, 4. It placed it in WY0, and now we have that value in our analog output here. We can also change that value. We'll put 2000, and again it changes 2000. You'll see the time it takes to go in and out is very quick. Change it to 1000. Publish. So if we want to change the actual individual bit, let's look at Y0 now. So we change our publish to Y0, and we'll change that to a 1. We'll hit publish, and sure enough, that Y0 now comes on. Change that to a 0, publish, and it turns off. So again, we can turn on off bits or words. Now, the next thing we'll do is we will actually subscribe now. So let's turn that back onto, say, a 1. Oh. We will change that to a 1 again, and we'll hit publish again. Y0 turns on. Now let's go to a subscription, and let's subscribe to our PLC /BRX, and then we will subscribe to X0. And our color, we'll make that green. Let's subscribe. So there's our subscription right now. If we go back to our simulator and we turn on X0, you'll see now when I turn it on, it publishes that now it's a 1. If I turn it off, it publishes it's a 0. So that seems to be working fine. Now let's try our word, and let's add another topic. We'll leave the color purple, and we'll go WX0, and we'll subscribe to it. So now, as I take my simulator and turn change WX0, remember, every 200 milliseconds we will get new data and be published into our messages. So let's do that. Let's just move this pointer, and you can see as I move this, my messages are changing. We'll stop that at 2014, and you see 2014, and it will not continuously publish until I move this indication. So let's just go back up. Now if I go quite quickly, you'll see that again it only will do every 200 milliseconds. There we go. So this MQTT protocol is very easy to simulate, and the tools in the Do More Designer software is quite nice, especially on the simulator, to actually try out those projects before you actually buy any hardware. So this is all available free, and again, as mentioned, all the links and documentation can be found right on our website. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below. If you have any questions about the video, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. If you want more information about us, or you want our free ebooks on numbering systems or robust data logging, please click on the link in the description below to get it. A new video is put out every Monday, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get more videos like this in the future. Remember to click the bell beside your subscription to actually receive those notifications. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.